A terrace is an external, raised, open, flat area in either a landscape near a building, or as a roof terrace on a flat roof. Ground terraces. Terraces are used primarily for leisure activity such as sitting, strolling, or resting. The term often applies to a raised area in front of a monumental building or structure, which is usually reached by a grand staircase and surrounded by a balustrade. A terrace may be supported by an embankment or solid foundation, either natural or man-made. Terraces may also be platforms, supported by columns but without the space below filled in. But terraces are always open to the sky and may or may not be paved. History and examples of terraces. Agricultural terracing can be traced back to prehistoric times, but architectural terracing is equally ancient. Examples of early architectural terracing in the Middle East have been found at Nahal Oren, at Tel Yarmut, and at Tel El Umeri. Architectural terracing was widespread globally. For example, architectural terracing also occurred on the island of Babel Daob in modern Palau in the Pacific Ocean. Terraces are found the world over throughout history. Terraces were used extensively throughout Greece in both public and private architecture, and rooftop terraces can be found at Knossos as early as 1700 BCE. Terraces were also built extensively in the Roman Empire, with terraces in front of monumental structures common throughout imperial history. Temples were terraced on the island of Java by at least 800 CE, and the practice spread to Cambodia. The first terraced stone temple in Cambodia was constructed at Bakong in 881 CE. Terraces are often used for private residences. In traditional Thai homes, the dwelling is built around a central terrace, or chan. One or more house cabins are placed around the edge of the terrace, and set about 40 centimeters higher than the terrace to provide built-in bench seating. The terrace is often pierced in the center by a tree, which along with the house cabin roofs and walls provides shade, and may be decorated with large flat ceramic bowls of fish and water lilies or by potted plants. Architectural theories for the use and design of terraces varies widely geographically and historically. In the early part of the 20th century, architects Henry and Theodore Hubbard argued that the basic function of a terrace was as an interesting base of an even more interesting building. Since the terrace was not the focal point of the structure, its design should be simple and it should command a view. More recently, architect Catherine D. has noted that the terrace is most commonly used to link the structure to the landscape and as an extension of living space. According to architect Sophia Sauer, the terrace is one of the most commonly used forms of architecture in the 21st century, along with entrance halls, stairs, and corridors. Landscape architect Russell Sturgis has observed that terraces tend to be used only in larger and more expensive gardens. Roof terraces. Terraces need not always protrude from a building. A flat roof area used for social activity is also known as a terrace. In Venice, Italy, for example, the rooftop terrace is the most common form of terrace found. Developed around 1500 CE, it remains little changed today and consists of a wooden platform with small spaces between the floorboards. The altana was originally a place where laundry could be hung out to dry. Today, however, the altana is used primarily for social purposes.